Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Token Talk. So I figured I'd make this video based upon some metal detecting videos that I was watching recently. And in one of those videos, the guy dug up one of these old coins. And it kind of jogged my memory because I had seen these coins before. Never really done a whole lot of research on them though, but what it was, it's basically called, I always used to think of them as colonial coins, but actually what it is, it's a numista. It's categorized as a pre-federal copper coin or a copper dollar. So that's what this picture is up here. This is from the state of Vermont. So I'll go through the numista listing on this. So obverse left-facing busts with Vermont to the left of the head, octori to the right of the head. Translation by authority of the state of Vermont. Flip over to the reverse here. Britannia facing left. Beneath is the date 1786. To her left are the letters IND. To her right are the letters ETLIB. Translation, independence and liberty. It's pretty cool. Mint, Rupert, Vermont, United States. Features: United States pre-federal, standard circulation coin, 1786. Vermont dollar. Composition is copper, weight 8.3 grams, diameter 27 millimeters, which I like. It's a nice size for these coins. Thickness 1.5 millimeter. So that's about it for that. So, okay, so that was that one. Now this is closer, or this is the one that I saw in the video that the guy dug up. This is, go back to numista here. Copper bust right. Okay, so the lettering I believe is the same on this one. Vermont. Octori. Yep. Same lettering on the front on this one. The back. This example's pretty worn. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I mean, I think this is basically the same as the other one as far as the lettering goes. I mean, the image is a little bit different, but and this entry on numista has a little bit less information, so I mean, it's basically the same as the first one as far as the information on numista. But I wanted to include this one because this is the same as the one that was in that metal detecting video. Okay, so let's talk about the history of these coins. So I actually had to relearn a little bit about this because, you know, you forget these dates if you're not reminded. And I haven't researched these coins in quite a while, but, you know, in the back of my mind, it's like, oh yeah, that's one of those old colonial coins, you know, that was around. So basically, these were around. Okay, I'm going to go to the Wikipedia article on American Revolutionary War. Okay, so, you know, before I researched this video off the top of my head, it's like, okay, 1776, that was when, the U.S. declared Declaration Independence, right? But after that, there was the Revolutionary War. So that ran from 1775 to 1783. So the U.S. actually wasn't independent until the end of that war, 1783. And that was, concluded by the signing of the Treaty of Paris, 1783. That was signed by representatives of King George III of Great Britain and representatives of the U.S., and that officially ended the Revolutionary War. So I had to brush up on that history, but that's good to know. So where do these tokens fit in? Okay, so Treaty of Paris, 1783, right? So this token, let's go back to the first one. What's the date on this? 17, I can't even see the date on that picture. Go back to Numista here. What's the date on that first coin? 1786, okay? So that's 3 years after the end of the Revolutionary War, okay? So this was minted by the state of Vermont. Now, in my other video that I did on those screw presses, I mentioned that the U.S. Mint didn't open officially until 1792. So there was a time period in there, basically between 1783 and 1792, 9 years or whatever, where the states actually minted their own currency, which is really cool because it just is. I don't know what else to say. It's just a cool fact. And these coins are, artifacts of that time period, which is fascinating to me. So yeah, I'm just going to run through these again real quick and just take a look at them. I don't know if it says on Numista what this bust is or who this bust is supposed to be of, but we'll come back to that in a minute. And they're saying that is Britannia, which is, I'm not really sure what that is. I'd have to do more research on that. So yeah. And there was a lot of these coins made, on Numista. If you go into the U.S. pre-federal category for coins, there is tons of these. There's ones that were made by Connecticut, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Vermont, and Virginia. And I figured I'd just do this video on Vermont because to try to cover all those in one video would be too much. But anyways, now the other cool thing is here. Oh, I don't even have a picture up. Let's put this picture up. This is actually a King George III halfpenny. And I couldn't find this on Numista. I'm sure this is on Numista somewhere. But the cool thing about this is, looking at the history of that time period, up until 1783, basically. I'm going to switch to the reverse here because I like this picture better. That's the reverse of one of those King George III halfpennies from Britain. The cool thing about the history of this period is, okay, the colonies, those were under British rule. So the coins that were here were British. They were British coins. This one's from 1775. Again, I'm sure this is on Numista, but I couldn't find it because there's just so many King George coins on there. But if you look at this coin, Okay, look at the back of that figure, right? Now look at this. Pretty darn similar, you know. So I mean, the states were modeling these early coins after the British coins, which is very cool. That's the British one. And again, if I could find the Numista entry, it would probably say that that figure is Britannia. Oops. That's the Vermont one. British. American. American. So it's pretty similar. You know, it doesn't say who this bust is of on Numista, I don't believe. But you can definitely see the similarities, or at least I can. And I mean, I think I've read that in other places where, you know, it's not, you know, it's known that those early state coins were modeled after the British coins. So that whole time period, man, is really fascinating. I mean, that's probably worth doing a bunch more research on, just because you forget these timelines, and you know, when the US actually became a country, when we actually became independent, you forget that for, you know, a long time before that, all these colonies were under British rule. So I mean, there was British coins here in America because it was British. It was owned. Well, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I mean, they were colonies of Britain. So I mean, and I mean, there's other coins that I saw that, like, I saw an old Virginia colonial coin. It's like, huh, it's from earlier, and it was actually from when Virginia was still a British colony. So it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm going to run through these pictures one more time and call it a day on this video. Again, this is the Vermont pre-federal. Is this $1? I got to go back to Numista here and see what the actual... yeah, this is $1 coin. So pretty cool. I mean, they're not the prettiest coins in the world, but you can definitely tell their age. You know, you can tell they're from late 1700s. They're, you know, pretty old school looking. Not too bad. I mean, I like the copper. And I think the 27 millimeter size is nice for these, you know. Real nice size for these coins. You know, before I ever got into looking at tokens on eBay, what really actually got me into this was watching metal detecting videos back in 2017. So for whatever reason, yesterday I was watching metal detecting videos and I saw a cool coin and decided to make one of these token talk videos. So that's the back of one of those Vermont dollars. Here's the front of another one. Again, this is the same one that I saw on that metal detecting video. These are fairly expensive on eBay, you know, and the condition on a lot of these is pretty poor, like this one, you know. These definitely show their age. So yeah, pretty cool. A nice little video to do for the summertime, you know. It just goes in hand with metal detecting and these old coins. So all right, thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourself a good day. Take care.